Good morning, happy Monday everybody. We're back to rain after a beautiful day yesterday. We've got Nero and Uber out here who something just startled them up on the bank, so they're having... Nero! Honestly, they're having a funny 5 minutes. Aren't you? It's not a very nice day, is it? You cheeky boy. No rock climbing. We were hoping yesterday with the sunshine that it was drying out enough to be ready for a couple of weeks when he goes out in the paddock. But it'll come. You're just a little bit fresh this morning, aren't you? Nero. Good boy. So I've just got the tractor out here because just went down to get a bale of haylage. We're on our last 5 bales, which is why we are going to be listing them on the website. So anybody who wants to contribute towards the horses' winter feed and haylage. Oh, Nero's climbing again. It's his favourite trick. Then if you're in a position to make a donation of haylage, then you'll be able to do that through the website later today. I might take this little boy out and get him on the walker because... Nero, get down. Nero, you're bringing the wall down. That's very destructive. Thank you. I thought I was being nice to him because it's such a miserable day again. I thought I'd keep him off the walker this morning, but I think he was telling me that he needed to still have his leg stretch, going round in circles for a bit, so he's going to be on here for about 20 minutes now. He's full of beans this morning, whereas yesterday he was very chilled out and relaxed because it was such a beautiful day. It was warm, the sun was out. Little Uber can watch as he goes round. I'm just looking at this. I've still got the old gate on here. That's something I need to get changed today for the new one. What do you think, Oobs? Eh? Do you want a break from babysitting? I think you probably do today. Oh, little man. Little man. You're such a good boy. He's been on the walker and he's now back in the stable just because it is very chilly, very wet, and we think he and Uber were just feeling a bit cold, you know, and that can often be a reason why they start running around.
And that's potentially a rugging error on mine and Freya's part yesterday.
No, it's not.
I looked at the forecast first, because yesterday it was so nice. I thought, oh, even if it rains, it'll still be temperature-wise mild enough. But actually, if I'd looked at the weather and realised it had gone cold, I could have put their necks on. Yeah,
but it's not an error. It's just one of those things that it went a lot colder than we thought it was going to last night. And of course, with the rain, it just made them quite chilly. But, you know, we can bring them in, get them warm again.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. You can always look at situations like this and think, right, how can I prevent them from happening next time? But at the same time, don't beat yourself up about it, because as long as you fix it, it's not the mistake that matters. It's as long as everyone's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and it's human nature, you know. We all I don't even call it mistakes necessarily. It's just the wrong judgment call at the time.
Yeah.
Jubbers has come out
he's
to play as well.
There, I think, though, because he's got, even though he's clipped, he's got a substantial covering.
Yeah, and I think
insulation.
The other thing is, you know, that the horses out in the field, they've got wet overnight, but because they've got a big area to move around in, they can keep moving and then they can regulate their own temperature. Whereas if a horse is in a small environment, whether it's in a stable or a little turnout area, they can't move around to keep warm.
And I think as well in our fields they've got, I mean, I know they've got the rocks in that turnout, but in the field they've got the hedges and the trees, and sometimes you'll see them when it's wet, they'll all kind of huddle together a bit like penguins.
Yeah, they do.
Whereas when there's only two of them, there's not enough to go penguin.
And here's Hoytsy.
Me and Tracy often huddle like penguins.
Do we?
Oh. Yeah. And I'm about to restrain him to muck him out.
Yeah, he looks like he needs restraining.
He does.
But he's actually tolerated being on full box rest quite well, hasn't he?
He has. He occasionally kicks the door, but if you just ignore him, he gets over himself. And they're always gonna kick to see if you do anything.
If you respond to it, yeah.
It's a bit like a child, like kind of provoking you, seeing to get a reaction or if you'll give in. And if you don't, they just go, oh, all right then.
Yeah, it's like in stable stays, he'll wake people up at different times. Sometimes it'll be, if he thinks he can get away with it, he'll do it at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock.
I'll never forget Helena staying in there with him and going, yeah, I heard Helena's one of our lovely regular visitors, and she's, you know, Helena doesn't take any messing around. And he likes to wake up a lot of his other visitors at 2 or 3, and then they kind of oblige and give him his food. And Helena was like, well, I heard him kicking at 2 or 3, and I just thought, nah, not happening. So he kicked and kicked, she just ignored it, and he managed to hang on till I think it was 6 or 7 o'clock. So if you have the willpower to do that, then, you know.
Oh, Hoytsy, hey? But it's listening to them and what it is they want, you know, and sometimes they're testing the boundaries, and other times there is absolutely something that they need.
Yeah. Good boy. Yes.
Oh, Hoytsy.
I need to tie you up so that you don't.
While I'm down at the muck heap here, emptying the muck trailer, I thought I'd just talk to you about this year's haylage production. And we're looking for some sponsors to help us produce all the haylage again for this year that will see us through till next year. As you know, we're running a little bit short this time, and we've had to buy haylage in at £44 a bale, whereas it costs us approximately £25 to £28 per bale to produce. And we need to produce probably around about 120 big round bales this year. It's the middle of March at the moment. I've just got a bale here that I'm taking up to the top barn for the horses. And as you can see, we've actually got only 5 bales left. Now, our grass will start growing. We need to put fertiliser on it in the next month, and it will grow through till the middle of June, when we'll have it cut and baled, all depending on whether the weather is kind to us, and it then takes a further 6 weeks before we're able to use it. Now, the horses out in the field don't need haylage anymore because the grass is growing, but we always have some up at the barn, and we're generally getting through about a bale a week. So we are going to need to buy more in for this year, because our first batch of haylage, once we've grown it and baled it and wrapped it, it probably isn't going to be ready until around about August time. So what we're going to ask you to do is, if you'd like to sponsor a bale of haylage for the horses, head over to our website. The link will be in the description, and you can sponsor 1 bale, 2 bales, however many you like, at the price it's going to cost us to make them. So that's going to include the cost of the fertiliser, the cost of spreading the muck with the organic fertiliser on top of it. Philip will cut it, but then we need to pay to have it baled and wrapped. We've got the costs of the wrap, but also the land needs some lime putting down on it this year. Because we use shavings, it can cause the land to be a little bit acidic. And we had a gentleman who came and looked at our soil. You might have seen the video last year, to tell us how healthy it looked. And one of the things that he mentioned was that we perhaps needed to consider putting some lime on the land. So that's an additional cost that we're going to incur this year, that we'd like to get on both of the haylage fields, which will help make the soil less acidic and therefore the grass a little bit tastier. Look, someone's come to bed. Little Nero, are you going to let me come in with you? Hey? You little gorgeous boy. Now, you see, this makes me feel better, because I've just had a rather unpleasant conversation with a lady on the phone. I obviously won't go into the details, but let's just say I've had to refund her for a voucher that was purchased well over a year ago, had run out, and yeah, she just wasn't very pleasant about it, or very understanding of what it is that we do here. Anyway, that's just put me in a little bit of a upset mood today, but always these horses make me feel better on a bad day, and I think this is a real reflection of how confident and comfortable Nero is now and feels at home. The fact that he lets me come and sit with him when he's lying in bed, because there's not a lot of horses that necessarily will let you do that. Oh, he's a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a tired boy. He's having a nice sleep. It's nice and peaceful in here now. The rain's still coming down outside, and I'm going to go and hide away in the office now and get lots of admin done. Weeksy's having a snooze as well. Gosh, and Jubbers isn't eating for a minute. What's going on, Jubbs? It's not like you. Pizza wants give him some of your chocolate twist. Just not the bit with chocolate in.
Hello.
He likes things like that. He can eat a whole ice cream. Oh, you happy boy, Hoytsy.
Entertainers, here we all go.
We're having a lively coffee time.
It's nearly mosh and wash season, everyone.
Is it?
That's where me and Jodie play like moshing style music and wash the horses till we
Oh yeah, that's true.
like we're in
Yeah.
a mosh pit.
Yeah.
In little bikini tops.
Oh my
Just so that we can.
That would be nice if we got that kind of weather, wouldn't it? Tamara, is your face clean now after you pressure washing? No, you've still got muddy bits.
You're filming me and I've been...
Yeah, you've still got muddy bits on the side of your face.
It's because I've been working.
I've been sulking.
As you quite rightly should. That's why it's chocolate twist morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, because whenever one of us is upset, we like to do things to get back.
Yeah.
Very, very bad.
It is. It is. But sometimes
Also,
you need a bit of
it's gonna
comfort
be
food.
like-
Uber's getting a bit excited because Dale's come in. Dale, Hoyts is over here. He's not very impressed that you're showing more loyalty to Uber when he's over here and he's the man. There you go. Oh, that's brightened your day, hasn't it, Hoytsy? Oh, it's very exciting.
She's a real
Oh, she is. And look, Teddy Bear just watches on from the background.
Ted likes to just sit there and watch, you know.
Yeah. Oh, Dowson, that's disgusting. It's time for another Ted vlog.
It is, yeah. Like, look, mummy, Dadson's releasing her sex juices on the floor. Oh, come on, mummy, you did that. She's not gonna be happy. Oh no, mummy, she's getting me too close. I'm frightened. I've never seen a real life girl before.
We can laugh at this sort of thing, but you know, we do know all the horses inside out and back to front, and we know that you wouldn't go and stand up really close to either of them right now. You'd go to their head, but you wouldn't go anywhere near the back of them, because they can get caught up in the moment and suddenly move around. If they get angry with each other, they can turn around and kick out. Not that Dowson would kick out, but because we're very aware of their behaviour in different situations, we know how to react with it. So we just stay very calm. We let them have their fun.
And Phoebes just zones out because it's a bit too much for him. He's too innocent. I'm just going to go and cover his eyes quickly.
You're going to cover his eyes, yeah, because he shouldn't be witnessing this kind of behaviour. You need to keep your innocence, teddy bear.
Have to see doubts and sex juices. It's okay, Dweeby.
It's all okay, teddy bear.
It's safe.
Yeah. I wouldn't go through there just yet.
No.
Yeah.
It's still.
Oh, here we
there
go.
on the scene.
Oh,
I
look,
know,
she's
but
going to try
Dweeby,
with you now.
Careful, Dweeby. It's okay. I've had the talk with him and I've talked through it, what he should do with girls.
Oh, look, and he's coming to you to save him. He says, I can't cope with Dow.
I'll protect you. I'll protect you from having a girlfriend that would like to take the next step that you're not ready to do. Remember, Doubtson, no means no.
I'm afraid I didn't manage to get the camera on Neil while he was finishing off this wall, but I thought you'd all like to see how very, very beautiful this looks now. Here we go. The wall is now well clear of that tree. Absolutely solid. And this is going to last many, many years. Such an incredible talent that Neil has. So he's done the dog leg that side, and then coming round here, he's built this wall up to the fence post. In an ideal world, we'd have stone stoops either side, but the ones that we had weren't big enough. But that wall is certainly not going anywhere. Even though the horses do like to lean on them, it's thick enough that it'll stand up to quite a bit. And look, Dow, Teddy Bear and Annie are all coming up here to check out what's going on as well. What do you think, Teddy Bear? At least it stopped raining now for a little while. As I mentioned, I've spent most of the afternoon in the office. I have done a little bit of work with Doubtson, but Hole's been keeping everybody happy and sorted out outside. But what a nice way to finish the day with a lovely Easter card all the way from Australia and from Susan. So thank you very much for that and for the lovely little gift that was inside it. That's a nice way to end the day.